Stu, after our game last night, I'm looking at box scores from around the league. I saw Shohei Ohtani made the start against the Pirates, and I'm just wondering, like doing the math, looking at the timeline and the trade deadline that's coming up at the beginning of August with Major League Baseball, was that Shohei Ohtani's final start as an Angel in Anaheim?
And that's not a bad question to ask. I tell you what, this year is the first year that they've been even close to consideration for a wild card in probably over a decade.
Right.
So it's a tough question to ask.
Red Bollinger covers the Angels and said that he talked to Ohtani, who believed that the Angels are still in contention. It didn't cross his mind that it could have been that final home start at Angel Stadium. By the way, entering today, the Angels 7.5 games back of a top spot in the West. It's going to be hard to get a wild card spot from the AL West. The AL East might take all the wild card spots. You basically have to win the West to get in the playoffs, and I think the Astros and Rangers probably have a lot to say about that. So it's a very interesting conversation. You also consider, what does Ohtani want out of the rest of this season, the rest of his career? Here's another tweet we'll show you. And we'll also have you consider this. The Angels have literally made the playoffs once in the Mike Trout era. Since 2009, 2014 was their only playoff appearance. They got swept by the Royals in that series. And Ohtani was asked tonight if he's open to even re-signing with the Angels. He said, "I'm just trying to focus on the season and block everything else out. I feel like we're in a decent spot to make a playoff run, and that's all I'm really focused on at the moment." But let's be honest, Stu, he's 6 seasons into Major League Baseball, all with the Angels. To your point, none have really been even close to a postseason. Do you think somewhere deep down he wants another clean slate? He wants another approach at this?
Well, he made the statement. He's tired of losing.
Yeah.
So he made that clear already.
Right.
When you say you're tired of losing, there's nothing else to be said after that. And so the tough decision for the Angels, and you are so correct in this, the Angels aren't going to overtake Texas.
Right.
They're not going to overtake Houston. This is a 2-team division. It's
really
Houston
tough.
and Texas.
Right.
And that's where it's going to end up. And that East is so solid and so strong that it will be difficult for the Angels to get into a wild card spot.
Right.
It's just going to be difficult. And they're going to have to find the best suitors, and the best suitors for this player, there aren't very many.
We got a list of those potential teams coming up here. But my question is Ohtani at the deadline, is he a rental type situation? He's on this 1-year, $30 million contract. Does he want to go somewhere and have a chance of just the playoffs and then become a free agent in the winter, sign somewhere else? Or is he looking to go to a new team, his next team, that is going to sign him to a long-term deal? Does this have to be prearranged before a trade happens?
Well, he unfortunately doesn't have any say-so on where he goes.
Right.
What they're going to have to do is, if I'm a team that's trading for Ohtani, he's not a rental for me.
Right.
Before I make a deal and give up some pretty good prospects, I'm going to see if you can give me about 48 hours to make a deal with this guy on a contract. And if I can make a deal with him on a contract, I give you the players and I take the player. All
right, so let's take a look at those potential suitors as teams. And look, these are all hypotheticals. Of course, the Yankees will always be in the conversation. The Giants tried to get Aaron Judge and Carlos Correa. That didn't work. I say, why not? Make a splash. Go for Shohei Ohtani. The Padres have no shortage of money. They also have no shortage of assets, right, to send back to the Angels. Of course, the Mets and Dodgers, I mean, the whole SoCal thing probably makes among the most sense.
And so when you look at all of this, the truth is the Giants don't have, in my opinion, a good enough group of players that they can give back for Ohtani. Right. And so of that group, you look at the Yankees, you look at the Dodgers, and there was one, and the Padres. Those are the 3 teams that, 1, can pay, and 2, have enough money to move Ohtani. And I told you about a deal that, you know, just throwing it out there. I mean, for me, if I'm the Padres.
Wait, you're going to say this right now?
You got dang right.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
If I'm the Padres, I try to structure a deal where I would try to get Trout and Ohtani. I would try to get them both, and I would move a player. I would move money for money, and you know, if that's Tatis for Trout, because that's money for money. And then try to arrange a deal with Ohtani. If you put Ohtani and Trout in that lineup, and the reason why I say that it should be thought about It's because we know A.J. Preller. A.J. Preller, one, he may be one of the hardest working men in the industry. And I think he's also one of the smartest men in the industry. And if there's somebody that can figure out how to make this work, he's constructed a lot of three-way trades too to put together the type of return that the Angels may want. Before the Angels' standpoint, that's not a bad deal because it frees up so much money for them going in the future that now they can work as an organization, get prospects, go out and get players, bring players in, pitching in particular, because I think the reason they haven't been successful is because 100%. They can't pitch.
You just turned this thing up to like a 12 right there.
Hey, bro.
Got real Trout and Ohtani?
I'm just telling you how I think. That's how I think.
I got to say this as we go to break and look at Christian Javier starting against the A's tonight. Think about the Angels era of Trout and Ohtani together, and they couldn't even get to the playoffs with those two together. That has got to be one of the biggest busts in Major League Baseball modern history.